And welcome to another edition of Dating Horror Stories, starring yourself truly. Okay, so the second vote for today on the IG, and my IG, I think there's a link in my description. I'm not overly technical, which I will repeat to tell you and affirm that because I have no interest in being so. That's a lie. I actually do. Anyways, on my IG live, the second vote for today's story was the Tie Me Up guy. Okay, so first of all, I'm running out of energy. Okay, so Tie Me Up guy was a gentleman that had money, or so he said. Okay, I'm gonna preface this and tell you that I do due diligence. I can't even say that. I do due diligence before I will even give somebody my phone number. And then once they have my phone number, I watch their patterns, I watch how they talk, lots of things before I agree to invest my time and go on a date. So I don't know if my radar is completely fucking broken or like it's pointing north and I'm reading it as like, I don't know. Yeah, something's fucked up there for sure. Either that or it's the spirits, guides, and angels way of saying, you know what, we're fucking bored, so let's fuck her up and send her on these fucked up dates so that she can make the world laugh. I think that might be it. I think it might be some like down, dirty, sneaky shit. Anyway, so okay, so so this guy, so he owns this company. He's telling me, you know, like that his company's into construction and it builds stuff and d. I'm like, yeah, okay. You know what? Honestly, I'm not the woman to sit there and try and impress with cash. Yeah, because I'm one of those women that are like, yeah, okay, yeah, you know the broke motherfucker? Yeah, I like him. Forget you, guy over there who owns the gas station and who shows up on the date and tells me that his day was fine and that he bought a mall. I'm like, oh, well, fuck, I went to Walmart and paper towels were on sale. That was pretty exciting for me, but hey, yeah, if you want to go out and buy a whole fucking mall, good for you, buddy. Okay, so back to my story of the Tie Me Up guy. So yeah, so he's telling me how he builds the stuff, bleepity blue, blee blah blah. Decides he's gonna come out and take me out for dinner. So I'm like, okay, cool. We'll just go somewhere simple. Jack Astor's my favorite go-to if I want a burger. Excuse me. So you need to see these, okay? These are my tattoos. We'll get into what they mean another day. So I get there and he's sitting there and everything's cool. And I'm like, okay, yeah, he's all right looking. You know, he's. When I say all right, meaning I don't necessarily want to vomit on the table. Like, you're all right. Not as in, yeah, all right, yeah. Like, let's get. No. He was all right. Okay? So he's sitting there, whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. Hey, you know what? Nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I have a surprise for you. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he has the waiter bring over. So like I'm sitting here, he's sitting here, and then he has the waiter bring over the most beautiful, beautiful bouquet, long stem pink roses that I've ever seen or received in my whole fucking entire life. And I'm just like, oh my God, like that's so nice, right? And I'm like, oh my God, this is off to a great start. What man brings me flowers? On top of it, they're not just like a fucking, $3.99 thing from Freshco. Like these are actually, you could tell he actually went to a florist. Like they're actually good quality, right? So I'm like, oh my God, like they're so beautiful. Thank you very much. Like I'm like, okay, cool. Like wow, that was really sweet. Put the flowers on the table. Blah blah blah. We order our meal. And we're conversing. Then all of a sudden he goes, and he points. He goes, "Are those tattoos?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they are." And he goes, "Oh, that's where I'll tie you up later." I'm like, "Motherfucker, what? What?" Yeah, okay, first of all, that's just fucking weird. Second of all, we're at Jack Astor's. You haven't flown me to Paris for dinner, and you think that you're tying me up at the end of a $17 meal? Yeah, okay, weirdo. So I'm just like, it was just weird. Like, I fuck around, I joke around, but no, that was just like a little weird. That's where I'll tie you up. Like, even to say that as a joke, like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. And no, I didn't wear this, okay? If that's what you're wondering. No, I had clothes on. I'm just feeling a little frisky today. No, I had clothes on, you know, not showing my boobs overly. Okay, I like my breasts, okay? And I like to look at them. I think they're hot. I'm like, yeah, I would totally suck on these. Okay? Sometimes I do. But anyway. So yeah, so okay, so I'm taken back by this comment. And I'm just like, okay. So the guy comes. Actually, I forgot to tell you. So the waiter came and he orders a salad. Meanwhile, I'm like, yeah, I'll have a huge Coke. Like, the bucket of Coke is like this big. I'm like, the double burger patty thing with with potatoes. And like, obviously this bitch ain't going to the gym tonight. Anyway, so I'm ordering like the fucking lumberjack meal, and this guy's ordering a salad. Forgot about that part. Anyway, so now, and just to preface this, I have a thing with germs. Yeah, I don't let my own kids take a sip out of my drink and then I'll drink it again. I don't even want them to drink out of my drink. Like, I got a thing with germs, okay? So whatever, the meal comes, and does this fucking guy not take a few bites of his salad, and then he, after he's used that fork, reaches across the fucking table and puts his fork in my potatoes and has some. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like, are you fucking kidding? Like, you didn't even ask me, first of all, number one. Number two, now your goob and your germs are all in my fucking potatoes. Like, it was just weird. Like, if we had been together 20, 30 years, sure, fuck, honey, go take some of my potatoes. You ain't got to ask, whatever. But I just met you and you're now putting your DNA up in my potatoes? Like, no. No. So my face says it all. I'm like, excuse me? And he's like, what? I just wanted some. I'm like, well, first of all, you could ask, number one. Number two, I said, I think I have a big thing about germs. I'm like, so now your goober is in my potatoes. Like, I don't even want to eat that. So I had to like scoop around that section and kind of like section it out so I wouldn't get any of his scabs. And then, so, okay, so like, obviously now I've conveyed that I don't like the fact that you touched my stuff and you're exchanging DNA with me. So yeah, so we keep going on the date and I'm thinking, oh fuck. Okay, like maybe I'm just being too harsh, right? You always think that you're being too harsh because you're a nice person. So anyway, then as I'm talking about something and I've got my burger in my mouth, this fucking guy reaches across the table, grabs my burger out of my hands, takes the burger and takes a bite. And hands me back. I go, what the fuck am I going to do with that now? He's like, well, what? Eat it. I go, hold on. You didn't get the vibe and get from the conversation I told you that I don't even let people who have grown inside my body for 9 months. I've let them grow inside my body. I have formed an actual child, another human, and passed them out through my body. Well, actually, I've been cut open twice to give these children life who have suckled from my breasts to gain life. I don't even let them touch my stuff. And now you think I'm going to eat a burger that has your fucking mouth all over it? And I go, no, you can have that. He's like, oh, I don't want it. I said, well, I don't want it now either. I said, I don't even know what I'm going to eat now. I said, I guess I'll have to eat the fucking flowers later. I go, because you've eaten my dinner. If you wanted a real meal, you should have just ordered that. Then he starts telling me, as if I wasn't already thrilled by then, about how the next day he's going to go get $100 and something odd haircut. And I looked at him and I go, $100 haircut? I go, wow. I said, for $100? I said, I hope to fuck you're getting a happy ending with that. I said, because that seems to be a ripoff. And then later that night, after it was all said and done, he texts me and he says, thanks, I had a really good night. I'm like, were we on the same fucking date? I don't think we were at the same place. Did you go on a date after me? Because I did not. You know what? I enjoyed the flowers. Thank you for those. That was great. And now I had to stop at McDonald's on the way home to get a meal because I was fucking starving. Like, seriously. So there you go. That was the I'm gonna tie you up guy. In your fucking wildest dreams, would you be fucking tying anything up with me? I don't fucking think so. Homie, don't play that. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed my misery. Oh, and don't forget to look for the next installment. I'm trying to decide who I'm going to do next. And again, not do that way. In their wildest, I'm sure, not in this reality.